crypto-related design of platforms. Riana's brilliant on both the technical and the legal aspects of these issues and how they intertwine and become really complicated together. Riana also researches the benefits and detriments of strong encryption on free expression, political engagement, economic development, and other public interests. Riana and I met several years ago at DEF CON Crypto and Privacy Village, where I bought $50 worth of bananas that had to be paid for individually, and Riana wore a suit that looked like your grandmother's upholstered couch. It was pretty great. So I'll turn it over. Let's welcome Riana Pfefferkorn.
Thank you guys so much for having me here. My name is Riana. I work at the Stanford Internet Observatory. I historically have done a lot of work around encryption policy. As you just heard, today is going to be a little bit different, maybe not that different. The last cybersecurity conference I spoke at was Usenix Enigma last January, where I did a stand-up comedy routine, after which Usenix canceled the Enigma conference forever. So apparently nobody told CactusCon, so here I am, lucky you. All right, so before coming to Stanford, I was an associate at a big law firm in the Bay Area, which is to say I am a lawyer, but I am not your lawyer. Nothing that I say during this talk is legal advice, nor is anything that I say in any hallway conversations you and I might have. As a colleague of mine who is a law professor at Stanford says in his email signature, if this were legal advice, it would be followed by a bill. All right, so that disclaimer is important because what I want to talk about today is the legal risks that face good faith cybersecurity researchers, which maybe that includes some of you folks here today. The field of cybersecurity always needs more people on the defense side looking for bugs, trying to make things better rather than taking advantage of flaws. But doing research in this area, even when your intent is to make things better, carries legal risk that is important for practitioners, for students, for everybody to know about. And there are a number of laws on the books, just in the United States, I'm not even going to get into the rest of the world, that have been applied against security researchers in the past. So here are some of the main laws. So gallery of rogues that have been used to pose legal risk to security research. Most of these, with the exception of the last one, can be enforced either criminally or civilly, meaning either the government can fine you or potentially throw you in jail, or somebody who's been harmed by your conduct can sue you to get you to knock it off or maybe pay them some money. This overview is drawn from a terrific guide that I've linked to at the bottom there that a couple of scholars at Harvard at their cyber law clinic put out in 2020. Since it is from 2020, it's a little bit outdated now. Some important court decisions have come out since then. Nevertheless, it's still a really useful guide. The Electronic Frontier Foundation helped with that document, and they have guidance online at the EFF website for security researchers as well. So probably the big one in this space, the 800-pound gorilla, is the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, or the CFAA, which is the federal anti-hacking statute. It was passed in the 1980s in order to prohibit the use of hacking techniques to gain unauthorized access to electronic data. At a high level, the CFAA prohibits two things, two types of conduct: accessing a computer without authorization or exceeding the access that you are authorized to have. And it covers any internet-connected device. In some circumstances, as our election security expert folks can tell you, even air-gapped devices now. So as a researcher, accessing devices that you don't own without the owner's permission might risk violating the CFAA, even if you don't do any damage to the device, even if you don't exfiltrate a bunch of sensitive information from the system. In addition to criminal penalties, the CFAA allows anybody who suffered more than $5,000 worth of loss, as defined by the statute, to sue the person who allegedly made them